All right, guys, welcome to season 10 of the day 2 of the what is it? Tier 4 Gulag. I'm joined by Caster Dom or Coach Dom. What do you prefer to be called?
Just bet both. Just bet both, really.
Bit of both. Yeah, so I kind of spoke to you on the side how this is kind of a unorthodox way of watching this game right now. It's like I explained to you, it's kind of a preliminary game to show individual skill versus how you would play with a teammate with like a drafted team. So these guys aren't really well practiced within each other. So you're gonna have to look through it in that lens.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm really excited to see a lot of scrappy gameplay, a lot of fighting. I'm expecting more kills in those minutes. I'm expecting flips. I'm expecting random plays. That's all what we're here for from the NA server.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. If yesterday's games were any indication, then yeah, you're gonna get probably a kill a minute. Especially with Nocturne, I think Nocturne's gonna beat up on Brand pretty easily here. I haven't seen Brand mid in a long time. What do you think about that pick?
The brand mid is going to do okay into Ziggs. Ziggs is a real powerhouse once they get going around the 20-minute mark. Once Bass starts doing damage, you get the combination with the W. You can also delete the towers that are below 20% health. So I'm expecting a lot of first herald priority, especially from this blue side. So Nox starting bot side going top. I hope to see that translate into some top pressure.
Right. Yeah, and I'm kind of surprised if that does happen, top side pressure. That's kind of the antithesis strategy for the SEC, where you have weaker players, so you want to have a weaker bot lane, top lane generally. And as they say that,
Yeah.
they hit level 2 first, but Ezreal bites more than he can chew and gets return fired immediately. And
It's just
yeah,
the power of Zyrakan there. It's a really slippery bot lane if played right. As you're saying, we don't know about much of these bot laners if they've played much together. So it's a really confident pick for both these laners. So hopefully we see a lot of chemistry coming out between the two lovers lane.
yeah. So far,
So
though,
so
massive gold lead. I don't know where this gold lead is already building up from. I guess it's the Ezreal with the early.
yeah, the early co. Early co is really smart here, just because I don't see much. We're not going to see much aggression from this bot lane in Fury. Getting that first recall back, that cheat recall to grab the tier. So Ezreal is really giving off hints. He just really wants to sit in lane and farm for the next 10 minutes, which is fine for an Ezreal, especially against Zyrakan. But we'll just see how it develops and how the team play around it.
It looks like they're gonna fight for the Scuttle Crab on the top side. Raidmoss Fall is gonna focus on this Nocturne. Nocturne is gonna force the shield up and gets double taunt though from Kilo, and then I think they're able to convert this back. Flashes away to not get the fear off, and I don't think Nocturne has. Oh wow, Malphite has enough gas to take down Nocturne, and Kilo trades 2 kills, and Ziggs flashes in to confirm the 2 for 2.
That was huge taunt there by Shen just to really slow down that 2v2 there. Ziggs was pretty slow on the rotation there, probably catching waves, but the overall 2v2 in my mind works in favour because you really want to get that Ziggs snowball. And so getting the early kill onto Ziggs, it's just going to put so much pressure onto this mid lane that Zin's going to have to react really strongly to it.
Yeah. That's the thing with Nocturne, and then Nocturne is stubborn. He's gonna go back and get that the Scuttle Crab. And oh, as I say that, Faithful Death does get caught, and the Ignite's gonna finish her off. And that's the thing about, as I say that, they're gonna have a rematch. Where Chikage is gonna take down both Ziggs and Nocturne, as it seems. Branail's without mana, so it's gonna be easy double kill pickup.
So the double kill going on Sin is really incredible there. It's going to get him really accelerated.
Yeah, just as you called it, Xin Zhao does need to come and punish the Ziggs there, and yeah.
Yeah, more kills in minutes. Exactly what you want to see.
Yeah, it's kind of like what's that famous popular Twitch channel? It's like Bronze Teemo or something like that, Iron Teemo, where everyone just watches a low-level gameplay. But the thing is, these guys are playing for spots in the draft. Like the tier 1 through 3 players, aka like, you know, the platinum 4+ players, like they're gonna look like thinking like, do I want these guys as my teammates? If you guys are gonna continue to play like apes, you know, you gotta tone it down a bit.
It's really good showing by Zin so far. He's got a lot of tempo on the map as it looks like he is going for this mid gank onto the Ziggs.
Yeah, and then Ale is in trouble. Good satchel though, he's gonna get out. Oh, I don't think you want this.
Really greedy there by Zin, really greedy.
Yeah, I don't think you want to accelerate Ziggs any faster, because once Ziggs picks up the Luden's Echo, he can basically wave clear from a very safe distance and not worry about Xin Zhao ever again. So that's kind of rough, especially with Brand being down CS as well. Brand doesn't have, you know, the book finished at all, so he's gonna have a hard time wave clearing.
Yeah, Ziggs is now super far ahead. Ziggs is one of these champions that you just really want to sit back. You going even with Ziggs is really fine because you will outscout everyone. Your ult does more damage than Smite pretty quickly compared to most other abilities of that nature. So Ziggs already on the lost chapter compared to Dawn's Blade is really incredible.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of weird. The knockup didn't land there. Up in there.
Good old Riot, good old programming.
Yeah, that should have knocked up, right?
Yeah, it looked like it should have in my mind.
Yeah. Anyway, I guess the Seraphine is lucky there. But yeah, oh, good slow. But Ezreal is perfectly fine just trading CS. He's not interested in fighting. He just wants to, you know, finish his tier, finish his call, and then him and Ziggs will, I think, peak at the same time, and that's when they'll start hurting.
They should, yeah. So what's good to know is Xin does have this Prow in the bot lane slowly push, and it did look like he was going to attempt to start the Ocean Drake there, but is going for the spot gank. I think it was really smart just not to go for it because we don't really have eyes on Noct, as it looks like Nocturne is about to walk into the Xin here.
Yeah, and I think Xin beats Nocturne right now. Easily. Shen 100%. Does come with the ultimate though, so he can probably convert this. But Lurky Murky does not know that Shen is coming in, and I think a bit of miscommunication there. I think if Nocturne ulted and jumped on top of, you know, any ADC there, I think they could have converted that kill easily. You know, oh. And as I say that, Malphite unstoppable forcing Ziggs, and Ziggs is forced to, you know, back once again forcefully.
Just a lot of action going in this bottom lane. That pick there by the Malphite was really strong there. You can sort of see the intention of this red side team. They are just hoping for the Malphite ult in and then just sort of make a play, and hopefully Blue can't react. As talking about that, Zen finally gets Ocean Drake to start us off here today.
Yeah, and that's important to start the Dragon count too, because you want to put the blue team on a timer, because if I'm not mistaken, I do believe the blue side does have the better scaling comp, I think.
Yeah, but the thing with the blue team as well, we do have these 4 global ults, and you have the Seraphine to back off. So as soon as Nocturne hits the switch to go off, you have a Shen ult that can come out into anyone. You can have a Ziggs ult to come into anyone. You can have an Ezreal ult that come into anyone. You can even have the Seraphine extend her ult. So there's a lot of thematic good here from blue side if they can cohesively work together. So it's going to see how well the team play really works out, working through this Nocturne ult.
Yeah. Xin Zhao getting coast-to-coast ejectives. And as I say that coast-to-coast fight, Faithful Death is going to be forced to retreat here, but Ezreal's going to bring it to Nolan. Nolan might be able to go down here, trying to body block the Ezreal Qs. Does take him down all, but meanwhile, Nocturne does trade on Xin Zhao.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Fights going everywhere, all over the map. So, if anyone didn't see that, Zen managed to steal the Rift Herald. I think it was on about 50 health. So, big tilt play there from Zen there to really get ahead. This bot lane scrap have just been going toe-to-toe, and they're both still matching CS, but this Fiesta is just going to continue as we're approaching 10 minutes and we're on 13 kills already.
Yeah. And I don't think there's any signs of it slowing down either as well. Because once Shen's ultimate is coming up, they're obviously going to look for a fight.
Yeah.
You don't want
to.
Sorry, go ahead.
On the side of the red side, so you have this big rumble combo of all these global ults that can really pair off well together. What the red side really needs to do is try and bait out these ults, and then you have this minute and a half window, depending on obviously cooldowns, to work with and play the aggression. Because all in all, when Nocturne doesn't have a result, he's a really rough champion to sort of play around. So that's, in my eyes, what Red Team need to do to keep excelling this game a little bit more forward.
Yeah, Rakuyo though, it's biting more than Chu, forces the Shen flash. In return, Rakuyo flashes as well, so I think that's an important flash to take away from Xin Zhao, because that's one of his main engages, you know, flash spear.
Yeah, the flash WE, yeah, to get right into it.
Oh.
So that is, yeah, no idea what that ult was even attempting to be honest. I don't even know, like, there's no justification for that ult, just a waste of cooldowns. It's for the tier stack. He wanted the tier stack, ladies and gentlemen, that's what he was going for.
Yeah, but I think his idea is try to poke them down as much as they can before they actually take the fight. Because, okay, I was gonna say, as soon as Rakan lands his ultimate, he's gonna go down. But oh, Lurky Murky is there to, you know, convert the kill and gets a double kill, and Shen as well. So they get punished for their transgressions down there, and that's kind of what I meant. Like, as soon as Shen's ultimate is up, you gotta look for that angle. And I don't think Peachy Bobici and Nolan respected the tandem of Nocturne and Shen, and I think they kind of worked out their kinks there, where like they shared their ultimate and they timed it together. Oh, good dodge, but doesn't matter. AP Malphite will still wipe out the ADC at this stage of the game. So, oh, Hyper Expert though. I think you can keep going as long as you land that Q, but you didn't, so back off.
It's just that was a really good counter. Sort of a really good gank there from Nocturne actually, but we can see the Shen ult just getting used there. I really don't think the Shen ult was needed there in all honesty. So we are just sort of wasting our cooldowns here. A lot of the time when we're going for these sort of like flashy team plays where we all go together, sometimes it's better just to sit and farm. Turtle plates stay up instead of as Ziggs just deletes Brand.
Yeah, the double flash ultimate was not necessary. Rain Must Fall will get kited down here if he's not careful, because considering that he is AP Malphite without ultimate. So, and oh yeah, I guess Ziggs went Ludens. I went to Ludens. Or Liandry, excuse me. Yeah, I was gonna say I like Ludens more. I think in this comp because there's not a lot of high HP targets, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think Ludens is probably my preferred as well. Liandry's is also just get an extra run. I suppose you could sort of look at an angle just trying to match the Brand burn, but it's not really a smart investment.
Yeah, Rakuyo not respecting, you know, being on the enemy side of the map and gets completely shut down again. And as I say that, Shen gets an engage on Rakan here. Rakan is forced to jump on top of Bran, and yeah, now she does not have enough HP to re-engage with the Grand Entrance. And I think this might be Dragon for the blue side, and that's not what you want to start giving out the Inferno.
It was a really good play there on the red side. They managed to take away the Herald before he even got to tower, because that would have been first tower gone completely with the ZW. It looks like there's a fight about to happen around this Inferno, Jake.
Yeah. Rain Must Fall does have his ultimate. Nocturne does secure the dragon. Nocturne flashes out immediately. Oh, Rain Must Fall gets a beautiful two-man ultimate, and now the blue side is running for the hills. Ezreal goes down. Kilo does get ignited. And then I think they're going to walk him down here. Brown L is without mana, so he's not long for this world either, as they are going to easily wipe him out 3 for 1. 3 for none. The only thing they get for themselves is that dragon there.
The 3 for 1 here, 3 for 0 actually, is really good. We're sort of excelling the game. With the red team, they need to be a bit more proactive in my mind. They sort of need to pull the trigger. They need to get these aggressive wards down. That's one of the better ways to counter Nocturne, especially at this sort of level of gameplay. You really want to just, if you know where Nocturne is, you can get ulted by him, essentially. And you can't get this wombo combo. And I'm seeing very little vision in terms of aggression, apart from 1 or 2 wards in their jungle, where Nocturne is just managing to walk past it every time. So they really need to up their vision on the enemy jungle.
Yeah, and the thing is, I feel like this is one of a good lesson of, you know, Unga Bunga versus, you know, fundamentals. If you look at Ziggs, like his CS is still healthy in comparison to, you know, his lane opponent. Even though like fights are happening all over the place, he's still keeping up with CS, and I think the CS will catch up to him at the end, where he will be able to pick up an additional item over this Brand, and that might be the difference maker, especially if you're an AP artillery mid laner.
100%.
And Rain, yeah, this is kind of why I don't like AP Malphite, because if you're not respecting
yeah.
if you're not respecting the Shen will just bop you, and then anyone can bop you basically, as long as you're a tank.
The big thing about the Shen I've noticed is the Divine Sunder. I have no idea why it's Divine Sunder. They blue team really need the front line here. They've got all this hard engage, but they're all looking at this sort of bruiser type, especially Noxon and the Shen. They sort of just need a meat shield at this point, just getting the taunt and just sort of be a nuisance so the other team have to react. So I really don't agree with Sunder here at all.
Yeah. Maybe to play devil's advocate for him, he noticed that AP Malphite was in play, so he realized he doesn't need to be a tank either. So he's like, you know what, if you're not going to be a tank, then I won't be a tank either. Maybe a gentleman's agreement on the team comp there. But yeah,
So
Brandon cannot keep up with this at all, the amount of pressure that's being applied. Oh, Malphite whiffs his ultimate, but Kilo does come in to save him. And I don't think you want this Hyper Expert. Hyper Expert is forced to flash out there. That would have killed him.
This Malphite isn't having... He's having a pretty rough game, let's be honest. The ults are just getting dodged by the mobility of the Ezreal from the earlier on, and he was just out of range of the Ziggs. It was pretty cringe, but here we are.
Yeah. Yeah. So what are your what's your impressions of this type of quality gameplay? It's been a while.
Oh, I love
it.
I love it. I love it. I love seeing this sort of stuff. It's just really engaging. As engaging as the word I would use.
Engaging, yeah. No, Nocturne jumps on top of Xayah. Xayah's forced to ulti immediately, forced to flash away, and good grand entrance buying time, and they do get out unscathed. So
Zyra exactly what Zyra Khan does. Jumps 3 screens away from what you can see. Just runs out the way. Although it was very well played by Seraphine. She managed to get onto the Xayah when he came out of his ultimate, but it just didn't translate into a kill. There wasn't the damage there, or they were just too far away.
Yeah. Just want to say hi to James and Junie in the chat. It's been a while. How you guys doing?
So that Malphite finally landing on out there. Ziggs gets away.
But that's a good sign though. Zhonya's does get popped early, so this might give the
getting rid of the stopwatch, is really good.
Yeah.
Getting rid of the stopwatch just makes Ziggs a sort of sit and duck if they can get onto him. The only issue is getting onto him. The red team really want to go forward and have sort of Brand at the back, but from what we can see so far in the gameplay, they've not really been able to do that. So we just have to see how it sort of translates into the sort of mid-game stage.
Yeah. Brand's in trouble. No, Brand does get out, I think, here, but Brand needs to get to the front lines ASAP. Oh, Kilo does hold him down. Good taunt. The Divine Center is doing a lot of damage right here. Well, as I say that, they're going to take the fight bottom, but they are without Grand Entrance, so I don't think you want this fight. Oh, and Nolan was nowhere near the main body of the force, and gets picked off immediately. And Ziggs doing a great job bringing down to lethal range, so this is basically a free dragon for them if they don't respect the
Rakan getting away. What a sneaky boy. What a sneaky boy just getting away.
Oh, but as they say that, Rain Must Fall goes for the priority target, aka Seraphine, obviously. But he then realizes that he is also a glass cannon and dies immediately on arrival. And you kind of love to see this kind of stuff where, everyone's just gimping each other.
Everyone's just wanting to run it, just sort of see what happens. I admire it. I admire dedication just to do it all. But from that, getting the Cloud Drake. So Cloud Drake, I actually really like Cloud Drake on the blue team. This is literally the best Drake they could ever have. They can just run this combo again and again and again. As you see the Herald finally going down, the second Herald. So this tower will get deleted. Not by the Herald, but by Ziggs passive and W. So red team need to react to this, or he will just go straight to the inhib straight away. Yeah,
I agree. Especially with no counter engage or counter wave clear. Because Bran and Xayah tried to wave clear. The Ziggs will punish immediately. Same thing with Ezreal. A little bit of dodgeball.
So we're getting to that 20-minute mark now. Baron has just spawned, and if we have a quick look at the items, sort of see where everyone is at. we can see quite an item discrepancy in the jungle with full Sterex gauge compared to the Dirk, and in mid lane, where Brand has an Oblivion Orb, which doesn't really make much sense. I suppose you could argue against Seraphine, but Seraphine isn't really doing that much right now. And compared to how the rest of his team's going, he really needs to start getting damage on the board straight away.
Yeah.
So really bad
read.
economics for Brand.
Yeah. Chat was talking about that, how picking Oblivion Orb was not the right move there. Especially, I think you want to finish boots first, because that extra movement speed will
100%.
help you dodge the bombs.
100%.
As I said, Grand Entrance does drop down, and Malphite goes for the engage on top of the Ezreal, and Ezreal is not long for this road as he dies immediately.
Same as Zig's going to where we get with tower quickly, he won't, as and is going to just run him down straight away. Oh, Shen comes in.
Oh, it still takes him down. Or using the ultimate there. And yeah, Shen gets the revenge kill on Xin Zhao there, but not picking up that turret is kind of unfortunate, especially if you use that satchel to force the turret, but then you die anyway.
Yeah, it's part of the risk and reward of picking Ziggs in these sort of things. If Ziggs is caught out using his W, if it's not timed perfectly, it just really makes it a lot awkward to use.
Yeah.
I'd like to give a shout out for the best Ziggs player I know, who has often tried to W towers and have not been low enough, and it's a bit awkward. Mr. Terabyte, Tommy Terabyte in the chat, I can see him lurking. He is.
I think I'm a Ziggs main myself, and I've been guilty of doing that a couple times myself, where I'm like, yeah, wait, this is not 10%, or well, what's the threshold down? 30%, right? Like, this is not 30%. Yeah. What the hell?
It's just it happens to the best of us. Happens to the best of us at all times.
But yeah.
So actually, looking at the items quickly, I really like the Gale Force and Xayah. I think it just gives you an extra bit of just being really slippery with the Rakan, so we can sort of see, we can maybe go to 3.5 screens now with this extra dash. It's just a really good item build.
Oh, they engage on, what the hell? Malphite ultis on top of the Nocturne. Nocturne forces the flash away.
I think we have a misclick there. I think we had a misclick with the broken stopwatch coming onto the Malphite. Exactly what you love to see. Exactly what we're here for, ladies and gentlemen.
I think Malphite got too excited there. It's like, oh, I caught out a priority target, and then he just hammer fisted all his buttons.
Well, if you look at if you look at his items, we see he does now have the full Zhonya's now, so he might have just wanted to get a little bit of value of before he bought the Zhonya's. In my mind, that's what probably was going for. He's trying to 5-head situation.
I'm not too familiar with jungle, as I never played in my life. But for Xin Zhao and Nocturne, like full items both, who wins at the end in terms of value?
No, in a straight 1v1 Xin, Nocturne just provides a lot of utility, mainly, especially in sort of a 5v5 sort of setting. So that's why I can really expect it.
As we're talking, Brownhill gets caught, and then I think this is a crucial moment in the game. Oh, but I don't think Kilo's gonna do anything here with the help. Oh, Seraphine ult does go down, and Rakan. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. I'm so confused. The Xayah ultimate kind of mistimed there, but however, Brown Ale is doing as much damage as he can, but Bran is still doing damage as well with a well-timed ultimate. But Psycho Dog's at the back end trying to clean up the team fight. Nolan is forced to run away, and wow, that team fight converged immediately. I did not expect that to happen. I was assuming Ziggs was gonna die immediately, and then that's what you get. Oh, but Rain Must Fall is not done with this team fight, as he is gonna try to trade, but
absolutely deleted by the Maramano. So Ezreal is now, as we're all probably aware from playing against Ezreal in solo queue so many times, this combo hurts so much, especially with the Q and W. So I'm expecting a lot of poke now coming out the blue side to really sort of pressure these side lanes and really just sort of, they really want to extend the team fight here, then trigger on the ults, as we see him going in right now.
Looking murky, those get the kill and, you know, casually walks out. However, Xin Zhao is going to try to punish this, and I think he might be able to knock him up. And oh, what, that spear going extremely wide there, but it doesn't matter. Xin Zhao gets the cleanup kill, and I think that's
very nice.
That's an important pickup kill. That's a good shutdown for Xin Zhao again.
So what we can see right now is it's really just coming down to all these sort of scrappy fights. Both teams, in my mind, really need to sort of compose themselves now, sort of play for vision, and then this Mao fight is going to be the real issue. Just like we were saying about the red side, they really need to get wards in for the Nocturne. The blue side will really need to keep wards out for the Mao fight, so he can't get a flank and get a 3-man ult, just to get something a bit more in their favor in terms of team fighting.
Yeah, I agree. If all it takes is for a Malphite to land a critical ultimate on, as long as you hit Ziggs and Seraphine there, I think that's all you need to really win this team fight.
Yeah, 100%.
As long as you kill them immediately, though.
Yeah. It's a really weird game going on right now, but I didn't expect anything less. That's what we're sort of going for. Is the GA for item 3 on Nocturne. So he is really going into the sort of thematic of he just really wants to run in. Doesn't matter if he dies, he just wants to be a nuisance.
Yeah. I think they're posturing for this Baron here. And that's not the ideal target. Zhonya is forced. And yeah. Malphite can't Malphite, I know it's fun and all to, ulti one person at a time, but you gotta start looking for more prime targets here. Especially if your team is not in the area too, to help follow up.
Yeah. So they're going for the Baron here with the Shen on the bot side is what you really want. Shen with the double TP angles.
Ooh, Lurking Mercury does engage on the Brand. I think Brand is an important target to take down. And the combination of Shen ultimate and Nocturne will wipe out the Rakan and Brand.
And it really should be Baron
gone. Yeah, with Brand being gone, like that's like one of the main people that can, wipe out a Baron pit due to the magic debuff. So minus a Miracle Steal from Xin Zhao, I don't think this is gonna be recoverable.
Going for it. Oh, I decided not to go for it in the end. Decided not to risk it, but we're going to get good tempo resets here from the blue side and just get straight back onto the map because they have actually accrued a near 10k gold leads at 27 minutes. So it's not going to look very good for this red side, especially with all the poke and the extended damage that they can really provide. So if I was a red team, either FF solves an angle, or we just sort of really slow down the game, wait for these waves to come, and you have to really respect all the damage output that can come from both sides.
Yeah. I don't think they're completely out of the game yet, due to, like you said, how Shen went Divine Center, so he's not really tanky. The only tanky person now is technically Nocturne, due to his ability to die twice, basically. So as long as the red side finds a, decent team fight where it doesn't involve Malphite immediately dying in the first 2 seconds, I think they're not out of the game yet. I would say it's like 80%, 20%, but there's still a chance.
There's also a bit of questionable item choices from this red side. I could only really see the Merc on the Zen, and then Zai doesn't even have any ammo actually. We are really stopping on the ammo when you have a Ziggs on 3 items, and exactly my point. MR is an item. 450 gold just for some magic success. Please buy it. Ziggs is strong.
Yeah. Xin Zhao is forced to ult to negate the Nocturne ultimate, but that's not what you want to do when you're trying to come back from the game. Nocturne basically guarantees that they're gonna grab this Cloud Drake with the priority they set up.
Ziggs 100%.
Yeah, Ziggs just being extremely obnoxious. And yeah, with Cloud Soul on Ziggs and Ezreal, it's gonna be Baghdad 2021 for them.
It's just the full team of the blue side. It's just this combo of their ults. They're getting all these scrappy fights, but it's just all these ults coming together. So getting this Cloud Soul, getting that extra movement speed, that ultimate ability haste, I really think it's now going to be lights out for the red team.
Yeah, I agree. They cannot, even without Baron buff, they can just continue to bombard the turret. Just throw the ultimate in the general direction and just soften them up. Especially with no, sustain. Like the only sustain they have is Rakan landing his Q. Aside from that, then if Rakan is landing his Q, that means he's within range of getting poked back. So
I've also just noticed as well there is a 4-level gap in the mid lane.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was talking about with the
Uh,
fundamentals. Like,
yeah,
you gotta like
that's a
step up on
bit.
the CS.
Oh, maybe Brand wasn't the pick, was it? Maybe we want to go for, I don't know. It's just, it does seem a bit like a brown ale gap in the chat, but at 30 minutes, Brand will get his second item eventually, and then he will start be able to output damage. It's just can the red side hold off until that point happens.
Yeah, it's rough.
So I really like what they're doing now. They're sort of putting four into the mid lane, keeping the Shen top. We really want to just have the Shen splitting right now, just so you can sort of split the pressure and make the red team have to react to it. Because with the wave clear from the red side, that it's really that good on Brand. Xyle sort of okay wave clear, but with this poke from the blue side, they can pretty much just walk in if they actually really wanted to.
Yeah. It's easy to spam his abilities and get, you know, his empowered auto attacks on the turret, and then yep, easily breaks down the inhibitor.
So I was looking at a bit further into this gold lead. If we look on to the actual player gold lead, we're talking about this mid lane again. I'm so sorry to Hyper Expert. We don't mean this in a flame way, but there is a 5k gold difference in this mid lane. So you are talking near enough 2 full items at this point.
Yeah. Well, I suspected he was gonna be up 1 item, but I didn't expect it to be 2.5 items at this point. Oh, and then goddamn, the Ziggs satchel charge just basically immediately wipes out everyone. Oh, Rainma's Fall does get a decent kill on Seraphine, but that is not enough as Nolan is running for the hills, and Kilo's gonna TP in to, you know, secure the position and take out this inhibitor, and I think that's gonna be game.
Should be game here for the blue side. Really, that's just.
Why is Brad here? He can't even play ranked. How is that fair?
And that will be GG for his blue side. It was a bit of a mid diffy, but also a bit of a draft diffy. They just picked scaling champions. It really went to the well. Really good showing from Brown Ale, especially in my mind.
Yeah, Brown Ale did good. Azure did alright as well. You know, wasn't the reason the team, you know, won or lost. You know, he just did his job as an ADC. But yeah, what are your hot takes on this, Dom?
So going into the next game, I think ban Ziggs. I always think Ziggs is a good red side ban if you don't plan on playing it or something against it.
So sorry to let me interrupt you real quick. So how it works is like we're basically gonna watch like not the same, maybe the same players, but maybe they're on different teams, and there's gonna be
Lovely.
like there's gonna be more players we're gonna watch. So it's not exactly the same team. You know what I mean? So like there's about 36 people in the BR. Or in this preliminary tournament, and then the idea is that they all play with each other and against each other.
Oh, lovely.
So
So it's going to be good to see how, if we see the same players come back, just sort of seeing how they all do with each other. I really admire the sort of scrappy gameplay, especially because all the players are sort of looking for draft spots. We want people who are going to be confident in going out it, and exactly what we've seen from pretty much every player in this draft today.
yeah, just to explain the tournament real quick for you, like the main draft tournament, Dom. So, like I said, tier 1 is like the better players, and each team there's like a certain amount of tiered players, right? So, like say each team there's gonna be 11 players, 2 tier 1s, 3 tier 2s, 3 tier 3s, and 3 tier 4s, round up to 11. So the idea is like the tier 4s play with each other right now to see how they would handle in this vacuum of an environment. But the thing is, when you play in the main tournament, like you are no longer like, for example, Brown Ale was, you know, obviously the best performing player in this tournament, but once he enters the actual tournament, like there's gonna be bigger fish in the sea, so to speak, and he's not gonna get away with, you know, the way that he played, if that makes sense.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
But anyway, we're gonna take a quick break. We're gonna let the players, you know, set up for the next game. And yeah, Dom, that was fun. All right, guys, welcome to game 2 of today's BR. Last game was, very exciting. A lot of back and forth kills across the board, as expected at Tier 4
Yeah.
BR. But yeah, we're into game 2, and with this comp, what do you think about these two comps that they're drafted here, Coach Dom?
So red side's pretty good. I really like Taric, especially Taric Sivir. It gives you a lot of chances, just fully engage straight away and get the Taric off just for that bit of unvulnerability. Victor is a okay pick. I've seen people talk in the chat about Victor. I hate Victor. He doesn't really provide much compared to much other AP champions, especially against a Nico. Nico should have early game prio until about level 5, 6, around that point where Victor should be able to get him start. But in terms of the blue side, it's in my mind it's going to really come down to what the Shyvana does. Shyvana's going to be the really weird pick here. It's a really obsolete pick, but it depends how much impact Shyvana can make in this game.
Yeah, it's with that Shyvana, you have to bear in mind that it is Rain Must Fall, and just to remind you or the stream, Rain Must Fall was the AP Malphite from last game. So this Shyvana, I'm suspecting that it's going to be some sort of extremely glass cannon, fireball chucking character that's probably gonna just Dragon Descent into just dying immediately. If I had to suspect, so we'll see. We'll see how this character plays, but I think we're gonna have a much better matchup this time around because Duh and Phoenix Girl are much better players than that matchup between Brown Ale and Hyper. What was his name? Hyperextend or something like that. Because it's unfortunate Hyperextend is
didn't get the game. Wasn't his game.
Pardon?
It just wasn't his game.
Yeah, it wasn't his game. Yeah,
it wasn't his game. So everything in terms of jungle pathing seems pretty standard so far. Volley going for the full clear with the Trundle. I really like Trundle going for sort of more aggressive start, doing free camp invade or buff Grump into an invade. But just seeing a full clear here is fine.
Yeah, I would just say that Opal Ivar was forced to use both summoners to escape that engage, but as Avrael and Vayne are just really taking it towards Void Mini and Opal Ivar here. They're unable to, maintain any lane presence at all as they're already down by a substantial amount of CS.
Yeah, the Karma's a really strong champion right now. It just provides so much utility, especially with the team comp of the blue side, getting the shield onto Vayne just so that she can last a little bit longer. Even on the Trundle as well, just to give them that extra bit of movement speed to run the team down. It's really exactly what you want.
Yeah, I like Karma. Karma is like, a fix-all champion. Provides shields, provides movement speed, provides good poking. As you say, that Rain Must Fall takes a lot of damage there. Drive-Up Panda has to be happy with that exchange.
Yeah, getting all the stacks on dives. It looked like the Volibear did get a missed gang off onto the Nico, but that's fine. It looks like it's going to be a sort of skirmish here.
Yeah, I think Lacuna needs to run away here. Duh does have the late priority here. Oh, gets a good route. Force the flash, but the flash is unfortunately too late as Nico gets, the final auto attack to finish her off. And we'll see if this drive-by Panda does get the... Oh, what the hell?
Oh, what? Oh, wow. Okay, so what we just seen there was Darius going for the flash Q, but he flashed just a bit too far just to get that extra damage, as we see in the old chat. I don't think you can see on stream. We just got a big old boost. Yeah. It looks like we are going for the sort of same sort of theme as last time. Really grab gameplay as Shyvana just trying to take a tower shot to try and get the kill. So what you love seeing this top lane going full force at it. What's also really good to know, Darius does not have teleport. So Shyvana really needs to push in this wave, or she can get out recall as well and TP, and save her TP. Just sort of reset things.
Yeah, I think the fact that Darius really messed up that kill there, because I feel like that Shyvana was dead to rights. Basically, Shyvana gets a free chance at life here, allowing to, like you said, push in the lane and save her teleport. Lacuna does get locked in, and unfortunately Sorachik, counter ganks, and great condemned by Psycho Dog. Psycho Dog is going to run down Taric here. Taric is forced to flash as Avrael does land the snare.
Yeah, it's a really good combination there with the Trundle Pillar. So Trundle Pillar does act as a sort of wall for Vayne, so you can condemn people into the pillar. So it just gives Vayne a lot more angles to pop off. So the team of the blue side is sort of telling me and sort of hinting that they're really trying to play around this Vayne and sort of keep her as safe as possible.
Yeah, and then them getting the early pickoff on Lacuna, twice in a row is going to allow them to grab this dragon. And things are looking very dire for the red side, even though we, complimented their comp.
So we've got the Mountain Drake off early, and we've got the Cloud Drake to follow. So it is looking like we're going to get one of the better souls for both teams. The good rotation here with that early gank into the counter gank from the blue side and Trundle gives a lot of this prio in the bot lane. So getting these early Drakes around the 5-6 minute marks is always really beneficial, as it looks like bot lane is going for a bit of aggression.
Mm-hmm. And I think this might not be too bad of an exchange for the red side. If they can get them below half HP, get some early Dark Harvest stacks.
Just didn't seem to work out in favor of both of them. The Vayne Karma playing really aggressively, but the Sivir and Tag managed to kite back. It's sort of what they're really looking to do right now, not overextend.
Mm-hmm. Interesting lane assignments. The going top. Nico really bullying the Darius there, not allowing him to grab any CS at all.
It's also in this bot lane we can see there's a sort of 20 CS gap sort of coming in from the Vayne. It's not what you want. The Vayne, as everyone knows, Cham's been around for about 10 years now. She just wants to scale. She destroys all tanks. She's just here to scale. And her, exactly like the Sigs from the last game, she's just really getting her excelled is not what anyone would want at all.
Mm-hmm. Oh, but Psycho Dog does get snared and force the heal. It's probably gonna force the flash as well. And yeah, that's a bit of a silver lining little gift from the bot lane to allow them to remain competitive in this bot lane. Because if I feel like that Vayne does back off completely without burning her summoners, she's gonna come back just that much more of a threat, as she does pick up.
Yeah, she picks up the Berserker and the Axe. So the Heartbreak Axe, it looks like she might go for a Wit's End. She could just be holding it, but the Wit's End doesn't really provide much value apart from Victor. Victor takes far too long into the game to actually do damage, so doing this early Wit's End rush is not what anyone would want.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel really bad for this Darius here. He's just having a hard time. He cannot. Any lane opponent he's up against, either it's the Nico or Shyvana. Shyvana's just really, beating him up. And Shyvana, I like this proactive play by Shyvana. Grabs the dragon, knowing that Lacuna did die twice, so he's way behind Temple. So grabbing this red buff is really gonna, it serves two purposes, right? It gives him the red buff while denying the red buff from the very behind jungler.
Yeah, so it's always good to see this sort of play from top lane. A lot of top laners don't actually do this. If you get lane prio, staying in your lane doesn't do much half the time. You need to sort of extend it. So getting into the jungle, getting vision especially, is exactly what we want. Even though Volibear cleared out the vision in that top side, the bot side now know Volley can't be there for at least 30 seconds, so they can get free reign.
Mm-hmm. Good stun that is landed, but I don't think it's good enough, as Psycho Dog is able to auto attack Sivir down to virtually lethal range. Ignite goes down on Karma. Ivar is forced to back here. I don't think he's long for his world. Just a good Karma and just one, mantra Q.
Exactly. Karma being the very big lane boo that she is, she does so much damage you never really see it as. Blue side are just keeping the aggression going in the spot side and all over the map with the top side going for the herald. Look at that damage. Absolutely nasty. Absolutely dirty.
Yeah. It's frustrating. I feel for as I say that, Ramos Fall is gonna fight on top of Darius. Darius, I think, Pillar does miss, so maybe Darius is luckier. Oh, good exchange of fights there, and Darius picks up a double kill just based on a smart bush play there. So yeah, great job by Darius.
Really smart play there by Drive by Panda, just sort of bait everyone in. And so he gets double kill, he's getting tower plate. He will more than likely get the second tower plate, hopefully. So that's giving him even more gold lead. As if we quickly switch over, he is sitting on about 600 gold lead right now. Not the biggest, but in 10 minutes, 600 gold lead can make all the difference.
Yeah, and then you want this Darius to start, being a single target threat, right? Like, if he can start killing players with his ultimate, then it just becomes such a menace come team fights.
Yeah, exactly what we want.
Nico's forced to ulti, but not long for his world, as Victor's final tick does take her down. And yeah, this is I feel like this game is Nico kind of got lucky with Lacuna flashing there, wasting his flash, dying to the first blood, and then Victor gets lucky with her, wasted flash, because I think she was dead regardless. The flash was kind of unnecessary there.
This dragon play is really good. We see the Nico being dead, so getting this aggression off. We really need Shyvana to be pushing in this wave as quick as possible. But with the Darius starting on those 2 kills, the bigger item spikes, there's not much Shyvana can do here.
Yeah.
So really good macro play by the red team.
Kind of funny. It looked like they were drowning. Bot lane was losing. All the lanes were losing essentially. Well, aside from Victor, Victor was kind of just chilling bot mid farming, but the 2 main bullies were getting however matchup they wanted, and then one twist of fate on the Darius allowed them to get back into the game.
It's really looking like a good game for the red team. They can just sort of sit back now and keep they can just keep lanes pushing into them and just sort of make these reactive players. It seems to be really working with them. It looks like Volibear is trying to set up a dive here with his ult. It's actually his ult's on cooldown, so there will not be an ult dive.
Yeah.
It's in top lane.
Fall is getting bullied here again. Ultimate is basically gonna fall down and give the extra damage that they needed. Oh, Vayne uses the ultimate. Gonna try to run down the Vayne. The Vayne. All right. The Void Mini really trying to take down the Karma there, but unfortunately doesn't. Lacuna flashes away and doesn't get rooted, but yeah, that was an interesting exchange there by with the Vayne and Sivir.
So and it was a really weird engage. Taric really needed to ult a lot earlier there. A lot of times with Taric, a lot of Taric players sort of want to wait. They normally wait till your carry is on about quarter health, but you really need to use it a lot earlier. It's more of a distraction than anything, and you get a lot of free damage off.
And Lacuna attacks the blast plant to deny the escape, but yeah, Shyvana gets away regardless, but at Wakashi is extremely low. She has no summoners to her name, so this Darius is gonna continue to bully unless Trundle comes up there to relieve him of his duty.
Big thing as well with the Trundle pillar, if you have something like the Volibear Q, so when he runs at you really fast, if you get knocked by the pillar directly, it resets your Q. So it's actually sometimes not good to even use the pillar in those sort of situations, because you just get second Q and can run even quicker at you.
Yeah. And wow, Victor is not even aiming to poke the Nico at all. He just wants to farm in, and Nico just happens to be within the range of the laser. And yeah, Nico's having a hard time now.
Nico's having a really hard time. It's what we can also see is that because Victor went for the sock shoes, he is quite behind on his mythic. He's just behind. He's behind in gold as well, so that is accountable for. But I see Nico, the 14-minute. She didn't decide to go for it. There was a needlessly large rod to bot, but then she changed it out for the Seeker's Arm Guard, so we're getting straight back on the defensive front.
Yeah, I think that Seeker's Arm Guard is for her to engage, and Reyna's Fall is forced to run away, and then yeah, Drive by Panic can continue to do this play where he just runs up and forces him to back. Taric does get slowed here. Oh my lord, and a lot of damage coming from Sivir there.
The Farley Sivir is always a threat. You always forget about it. But can't wait for the Duskblade to come. Go invisible, runs at you, Qs, goes invisible. Exactly what we're all wanting to see here in this bot lane. A lot of aggression. Tower plates have fallen now. So what we can do is just see where all the gold's at. So there's only an 800 gold lead right now in team, so it's really close compared to the last game. A lot more calmed and controlled, so they probably heard our casting and decided that they wanted to make us wait a bit more for all the action.
Yeah, I think I think it would have been a lot more kills if you know, players didn't get away with their lives just by the skin of their teeth. You know, I feel like the Shyvana should have died like a ton of times. Like right here, I think Shyvana's dead. And because the Dragon Ascent does miss, so as I say that, I think I lied. As Darius goes down relatively easily there. I'm surprised that even happened, but
that was just good game sense there by Shyvana. She realized that Darius didn't have his ult, and it was a bit of a flip. But hey-oh, what can you do? So Shyvana is now pushing in this tower. It looks like it will be the second tower of the game, as Darius managed to take the first one. But just getting some gold back in the flavour of your team will go. As Volibear is coming in for the gank, he's had enough.
Yeah, and Shyvana is probably gonna actually get away. Victor is going bottom to... Actually, I'm just kidding. Volibear does chase him down eventually. Victor does come to, you know, reinforce his position and really force him to be honest about this dragon that take. Oh, but the Chaos Storm whiffs completely as Psycho Dog's gonna run him down. However, at what cost? As Victor does, no, excuse me, not Victor, Vayne does get a nasty condemn on the Darius, and Psycho Dog just picks up a double kill easily right there.
Psycho Dog MVP. I don't think much people seen it. He managed to flash the Darius hook to get on more top side so he can have that extra bit of range. And, well, Psycho Dog looks like he might be going for a first round pick here with his performance over the past 2 games.
Yeah, Psycho Dog, aka Jonesy Jukes. I didn't realize that was Jonesy. But yeah, you know, he played that extremely well. But I think that was a bit of help, a little help from the Victor too. Victor really not landing that Chaos Storm was really the nail on the coffin for her and the Darius.
100%. As everyone sort of seems to be coming towards this bot side as the TP is coming in from Shyvana.
Yeah, Taric needs to use his ultimate, I think, now before it's too late. As I say that, he does drop it, but however, at what cost? As he does the go down before the ultimate does. But Phoenix Girl, you know, redeems herself, picks up the kill on the Shyvana. Not Taric, excuse me. Trundle is gonna run down the Victor here, and I think they're gonna agree to trade 2 for 1.
There was a really weird. We were hyping up Psycho Dog there, but I don't know why he just didn't fully commit to it and just not let Sever get away. As Sever managed to get the execute really good, no one gets credit for that. Trundle may have got a bit of local XP there, but nothing really much to report back on.
Yeah, I think they have to realize that Psycho Dog is, you know, the main carrier of this team, and if Psycho Dog does not want that fight, then I think the team should decide to back off there.
So we see, talking about Psycho Dog again, he's got the Wit's End. So the Wit's Ends have become really popular, especially due to Kog'Maw, but the AP threats in the Volley and the Victor haven't really been that much strong, so I really don't like this buy this early. Maybe third item when Victor is starting to deal more damage, just so she can get like a Phantom Dancer, but it's still a strong item, but just maybe not at the right time.
Yeah, I agree. I think a mythic item, maybe he's gonna go for the lifeline item. I think that's much more important.
100%, yeah.
Survive these team fights. Because you already have so much sustain with Karma really like just sitting next to you.
Exactly.
Plus she finished her mythic item too, so you are extremely fast. I always say that Drive-By Panda's gonna get run down here, unfortunately, as he is not long for this world, as he gets taken down relatively easily. But Rain Must Fall playing much more, I guess,
Playing really well into this Darius, especially since the Darius did start off 2-0. Managing to come back, it's really good showing from the Shyvana.
Yeah. I'm surprised the Volibear is up 2 levels on the Trundle. I don't know where that happened from. I thought he started off 0-2, but now I guess through a few lucky engages he's back in.
I think it may come from the 40 CS lead he has.
Yeah. But how does he have 40 CS when the Shyvana was stealing all his jungle camps? That's so weird.
As he just takes it from other ways and really keeps up the aggression, keeps up the tempo. His pathing has been really incredible this game, actually, for this caliber of player. It's really good and promising.
As they say that, Taric is going to get run down immediately. Psycho Dog does pick up the final coup de grace on top of that Taric, and Taric is just having a hard time right now. Like, if
really
you're not,
hard time.
yeah, with Taric, you either have to know that you're engaging, or as they say that Darius does come bottom and gets the pickup. Maybe no, does not get the pickup on Darius or on the Karma. Excuse me. Oh, flash engage. But doesn't matter as Psycho Dog does get the double kill and the heal to boot,
Again,
just
yeah.
to top off on his
Incredible.
HP. Unnecessary, but just an insurance.
Running at Vayne is not really what you want to do, especially when you have a Karma able to provide these shields, just be a nuisance. With the Vayne out, it's really hard to do. They really need some really hard CC, so they really need the Volibear there to do anything against her right now.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of this idea of feeding the Vayne repetitively into like maybe they're hoping that she gets she gets a bit overweight and unable to dodge her abilities when she uses her ultimate, but it is rough.
So it looks like now the game is slowly bound in favour of the blue side, with Shyvana going for this tier 2 to get that extra 400 gold. Will she get it? Also, just to get it is really what you want. And Shyvana hard wins this if she just goes all in and commits to it.
Yep. And Phoenix Girl does go down immediately, unable to contribute to this team fight any longer, and blue side are just winning on multiple fronts. They won the split lane, and then they're gonna win the dragon fight 4v4, and yeah, and that's a massive, and that's basically a clean ace minus the Neeko. But the way that Neeko's playing like a kamikaze pilot. All she needs to do is go invisible, cast her ultimate, and use Zanya's, and she did her job basically. All she has to do is play interference for this Vayne, which went. I think the Vayne was gonna go lifeline, but then she realized how fresh she was, so she went for Kraken Slayer, and Kraken Slayer is just that much more gruesome, especially with a Karma taking care of her.
Exactly, she's got all the shields, and also she has a lot of trust in her fellow team, just to make sure they can kite for her and give her as much sustain as she needs. So that clean, that 5-1 for the blue side, getting themselves to second Inferno Drake, putting them on soul point. So now they can provide that sort of pressure in about 4 minutes when the dragon respawns, so they can sort of bait the red team, sort of fight them at either that or bait them with Nash and counter engage. So this is where we can see how smart their macro is and how they juggle these objectives.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I think as long as they just ward up on the Baron side and one person's on the bottom lane, just continue to have Shyvana split push because she's winning the duel already. So with Vayne having Kraken Slayer, it's very easy Baron pickup for them. With just a lapse of judgment, a lapse of unawareness from the red side, it's going to be an easy Baron for them to take.
100%. So if you were the red team right now, what we're really trying to hope now is you just want to get these side lanes moving, which is what they're doing in top and bot. You sort of want to have these positive sort of waves going, so you can have that extra bit of vision in terms of minions, and it also means the blue team do have eventually react to all your sort of push. Keeping this Darius in the solo lane is really one of their main angles right now to put a little bit of side pressure. It's the TP going straight to Baron. It looks like blue side is just going to go straight for it and out macro the red side.
Yep, and as I say that, like I said, all they need to do is send someone bottom, and then that'll, even if it comes at the cost of the Neeko in this case, that's all they need. That time, that window for them to grab the Baron relatively easily, and then they're not even gonna get the bottom outer turret. So essentially, it's gonna be a one kill for a Baron buff across the board. So
100%.
It's tough. It's a tough trade.
It's a really tough trade, although it is just overall really smart macro by the blue side to use the Shyvana TP and sacrifice Neeko. Neeko is one of these champions that is more of a supportive mid laner, can do a lot of damage, but you're really just wanting her to land some sort of god out. So getting that sort of aggression and sort of baiting the teams like, come on, you can take me, but we'll get Baron, and red team fell for it really badly.
Yeah.
So now this is exactly what I don't want to be seeing from any sort of gameplay. Anyone in chat. If you get Baron buff, don't 5-man mid. You're wasting your buff. You're wasting all the hard work you put into getting the buff. Shyvana and bot lane is exactly what we want to do. This is when you want to start 1v1ing or 4-1, and you just want to get as much vision and aggression going inside of your favor. You really want to get the value as strong as possible. Get the counter jungling going, and just don't stand in ARAM, especially against teams that can wave clear, especially with Sivir and the Victor in this instance.
Yep. And try to find an angle for them to pick them apart with the invaded jungle. You know, you want to starve them out during this critical time period, especially with
100%.
Especially with the Dragon Soul literally coming up in a minute. So they just gotta, you know, ward up appropriately, and then it's gonna be lights out. I feel like this game is way out of the hands of, you know, the Victor and the Sivir. Sivir is not even finished her Manamune yet. It will be finished by the time that the dragon is up, but still, 2 items versus this Vayne that has, you know, basically the world. Gunsu's already, as I say that, she has Gunsu's. And then Ramus Fall is going to engage on the Sivir. I don't think this is a good idea, because when as soon as I say that, Sivir dies immediately, but...
It's just unreal the sort of damage they can produce together.
Yeah.
Tarako just really not wanting to be anything right now. As Volibear jumping in with really good counter engage here. Looks like Red are trying to crawl it back. The Darius gets a reset on 1 where we get a reset on 2. Does not get on 2, but will take down the Trundle as he keeps going forward. And this will Vayne be able to clear it all up. Let's see, she gets 1. Is she going to go for it? She's pops the ult.
Yeah, this is extremely easy for her. She's going to flash and then basically two-tap everyone. And probably end the game. She's probably going to be nice and push through top. No, I think she's going to go for the 100% play and grab the Baron here.
She can't. There's no way for her to get over there, sadly. She didn't have flash. Sivir sort of wasn't sure what exactly she wanted to do, but this should be a free Inferno Drake. Sivir can't react to this, and they can easily 2-man this. Inferno so in the favour of the blue team, then I do think this is all she wrote for this game.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, Rain Must Fall made a mistake there by engaging, but I guess the Taric, like, if the Taric ulted at the same time that the Shyvana went in and killed her there, they would be on the power play 5v4 and allow them to, you know, fight, because the Vayne was not there. Vayne was back, so that was like the best fight you're gonna get. Like, the one fed character in the enemy team is not there, so like that was your opportunity, you know, to win that fight, you know, punish them for being extremely cocky about their overall power level. But I guess at the end of the day, they were too fed, and then and the way that they play kind of complements how Neeko acts, right? Like, Neeko wants you to jump in like that, so it's basically free real estate for the Neeko there.
Yeah, Neeko's just been able to have a good game here. The Vayne has literally just been 1v9ing this game completely. Incredible performance as well from the Karma, still to die, sitting on this 2-0 and 14. And it looks like blue team have decided now they're going to pull the trigger, especially against the no TP Darius.
Yeah. They're going to try to knock on all the doors at the same time to really try to take out these inhibitor turrets, and thus taking out all the inhibitors, and maybe grab the Baron and then push through. But I don't think they need to grab the Baron, but they're... The idea here is to don't let them leave their base to get proper wall coverage, because then Neeko can just easily, you know, flash engage, and that's gonna be lights out with Vayne, you know, fighting within the jungle. It's gonna be easy for her to navigate the waters.
So it looks like Red have decided they're going to pull the trigger with Sivir. They're going straight on to Neeko, and she gets away. Just seems like a wasted Sivir. Will they get the stun? She goes in for it.
Yeah, I think Neeko got away there, but Neeko decided to, you know, do as much damage as she can. But
yeah,
I'm not sure how how good of an idea that is.
So it was,
sorry.
This play actually wasn't that bad in terms of the sort of intent behind it. Red team just really need to do these forced plays just to sort of get himself back, even though Nico is literally worth nothing essentially. It's good for their own sort of mindset to just sort of get these kills and slowly think they can get this one more at a time, sort of attitude. I'm also really confused by Darius' constant split pushing. He knows Baron's about to spawn, and I don't know why he's bot side when he doesn't have TP. But that might be something people might noticing in terms of scouting and how they want to, and where they want to pick him up in the draft.
Yeah, a bit tough. I feel for that Sivir when it's not even your fault, and all of a sudden this character's just like running you down easily. And yeah, picking up the Sivir basically means that it's go time for them to grab this Baron. Maybe
So
Lacuna can jump in and steal it. No, just kidding. They immediately kill it. And Avriel is going to use her mythic item to get the rundown on Void Mini. Void Mini is dead. It's not even going to bother using his ultimate because he already knows he's dead. And yeah, I think this is going to be lights out. He's going to push him in. Nico, all Nico needs to do is not allow Darius to back. And it's going to be easy money for the blue side here.
There we go. Looks like it's going to be a win for the blue side again. Both blue side teams have got the win, unless something incredibly wrong is about to happen. But as they're knocking on the door, it looks like they are going to end. Really standout performances again from Psycho Dog, and the Shyvana is also a really good pick that managed to come back against a dual Darius, and Karma, as always, just smurfed it by pressing E on anyone who needed it.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I feel like we watched two different versions of Rain Must Fall there. Like Rain Must Fall's Malphite was extremely like selfish, and then this time he played a much more calculated.
Yeah, it's more controlled.
More controlled and more team oriented. He knew how to split push. He knew how to like TP and fight for these neutral objectives. So great job by Rain Must Fall, avenging himself for that Malphite game. And like you said, Psycho Dog and Avriel, I think, were a very nasty duel. Really punishing.
Really promising to see as well. Good duels coming from this, especially playing something like the Karma. It's quite an easy champion, arguably, to play, but there's a lot of depth there. So it's good to see that these duels are starting to sort of develop, and you never know, you might see them getting drafted together.
Yeah, that's a good point. But usually, in the regular season, it's more like if you want to draft strong tandems, it's usually like a tier 1 bot lane with like another tier 1 support.
Yeah. It just depends what each team is sort of aiming to go for, really, in terms of how they want to play the game.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, I'm not sure if are you gonna be here for game 3, Dom, or are you gonna
I might be. Should be.
All right, yeah, like everyone watching the BR, like I said, Sid's been busy, so I've been trying out casters. If you guys like Dom's casting, show him some love. DM him, tell him how much of a great job he's doing. Because casting's a thankless job, guys. And on my end, I know how hard it is to cast. So, like I said, Dom, thank you so much for your spending your evening with us.
No
or morning. I forgot. I don't even know the time. The time
it
zone
is
you're in.
1:15 a.m.
Yeah. So yeah, thanks for spending your dead of the night with us here.
Yeah.
So giving us your great insight on these games. We're gonna take a quick break, and then we're gonna finish off the day with the third game. All right, guys. Fortunately, our friend from the other pond has to go to bed, as it was like 1 a.m. So you're gonna have me solo casting. I'm gonna try my best to keep up the hype while I do my old school style of casting, where I kind of just like berate everyone as I'm watching. Kind of surprised Dragon Rider's picking Gwen here. If it's not Malphite, then I don't want Dragon Rider playing anything other than that. We got Teemo mid. What the fuck is this? And yeah, they're gonna go swing around to pick up a Dragon Rider. Dragon Rider is not paying attention. He's falling asleep. Should have taken his nap time a lot earlier. But lucky for him, he only had to burn his ghost there. But definitely don't want to see that early, as you definitely need that ghost to run down the Graves top lane. So yeah, we'll see what's up. We'll see what's going on here. If I had to kind of guess players that kind of need to prove themselves if they want to make it through the BR, it's gonna be a Phoenix Girl here. She kind of had like a lackluster game last game on that Victor, unfortunately. Lurky Murky maybe needs to kind of show himself. Solius I think is fine. Ivar is fine, I believe, as well. Yeah, we'll see. I don't think there's anything I need to comment on the comps. I feel like everyone's just playing for their own selfish desires here. Like the only like reasonable bot lane is the two bot lanes. You know, Tom Kenshin, Ziggs, Alistair, and Varus. You know, two naturally good combos. And yeah, Jasko's gonna go for the early engage, but they hit level 2, so this is gonna be tough. As Oppa Ivar is stuck in no man's land, gets knocked back and dies immediately. Jasko missing the opportunity to, you know, knock up while they're level 2 really spelled disaster for Ivar there. That's extremely unfortunate, and I think a bit of miscommunication. And yeah, that's kind of tragic. I think Ivar, I feel for him here. He had a rough game last game on that Sivir. Now he's having, you know, a less than ideal start on the Ziggs here. And I think with Ziggs is like you want to keep pushing, but if you and then they're gonna another engage here and good knock up on the Varus, but can they convert something here? They do, and yeah, supports over engaging is getting themselves killed, getting their laners killed, getting themselves killed. So yeah, little lesson there for if you're support main, you know, engage if you're willing to duke it out to the bitter end, else you're gonna get punished pretty hard. Jasko gonna try for the kill on Animosity, does not get it. Dragon Rider, good exchange on the Calicus. The Calicus is probably gonna win this duel here as he does get the reload in. Yeah, we'll see what's going on. I'm surprised that Lurky Murky basically double scuttled Kayn. I think, yeah, he does grab the double scuttle, so a bit unfortunate there if you're the Kayn. Crystal Fang gonna obviously has nothing to do in the can't kill any more camps, so gonna try to push the lane in for the Calicus here. Is that the new Grave skin? That skin looks nice. The gun looks kind of stupid though. What is that, like a prism gun? Dragon Rider low on mana. He's gonna try his best to, you know, farm under this turret, but I think Dragon Rider needs to get the fuck out or else you're gonna die. Oh, he gets extremely lucky there. What's going on? What the hell is going on? Lacalic is really trying to get him under that turret. And Dragon Rider is extremely selfish here. He's gonna try to push in the lane one more time and then back. But I think Grace can TP back and just freeze the lane in on himself. Oh, Sleep goes on top of the Teemo there. Solius doesn't get the charged shot though, so all he can do is get the auto attacks. And Phoenix Girl can just basically run him down at that stage. Hits level 6, so he can start planting some mushrooms to get some vision control. Jasko though is gonna go for the side gank here. It might be a successful one with Crystal Fang also in the area, but oh, a mushroom is there to stop him. Oh, that's a premature flash. I think he was fine regardless. So, did Teemo go PTA? Yes, Teemo did go press the attack. So it's a bit of a it's gonna be a hybrid Teemo build, I think. Crystal Fang is gonna jump on top of the. Ooh, that was a good exchange by Imaginus there. As holy shit, he just dies immediately. And yeah, and a good Satchel Charge forced that in disengage. But yeah, I don't know. Crystal Fang not having the greatest of games right now, as he's falling way behind. He's getting basically double scuttled every single time that it's up. Oh my god, that's a ton of damage. Phoenix Girl does not have flash, unfortunately, so she's an empowered auto attack is all that is needed to take him down. The Calicus is also in trouble here, as he's gonna go down immediately. So great plays all around. And yeah, things are looking dire for the blue side. Even though they're only down by 1,000, the momentum is definitely shifting towards red side. PTA is the only really good rune on Teemo, even if he goes full AP. I don't think so. I think going, you know, Grasp. Grasp is not bad. Grasp, Airy too. I think Airy's pretty fun as well if you go AP. Yep. Animosity and Imagine's doing what they need to do to, you know, win this laning phase, really shoving it in. Not allowing them to grab any CS without repercussions there. Oh, ultimate does go on top of Opa Ivar, but Imagine completely whiffs his flash knockup, and yeah, and Animosity gets a double kill regardless, doesn't really matter. And yeah, that's holy shit. I didn't think Varus was gonna do that much damage, but I guess he does. And then yeah, Crystal Fang's gonna try to steal this dragon, but he's basically gonna just commit suicide here. And oh, but he does grab the dragon, so that's a big last of judgment there by Lurky Murky. Kind of a bit slow in the uptake there. So I get what the hell. Dragon Rider needs to find his minion wave, yeah, perhaps. I don't think Dragon Rider even knows how to play Gwen, let alone how to deal with Gwen. Oh, but good ultimate. Or not ultimate, whatever that fucking octagon looking ass thing. Oh, Drowsy goes down on the Teemo. Teemo is gonna hold his ground, gonna do as much damage as he can, but another sleepy trouble bubble, and I think it's gonna be lights out for poor old Teemo here. I think he knows how to play the game. I mean, at this stage, Dragon Rider doesn't really need to do anything to exacerbate his position. His team, his bottom lane is like way ahead. So as long as he continues to, you know, be relatively even and not feed, then I think it's fine. I don't think that Grace has any business carrying this game. But yeah, I don't know. I like Teemo as much as the next guy, but Teemo, like in a competitive setting, kind of gets shut down easily, especially if you're, you know, communicating where these mushrooms are and you all start picking up, you know, pink wards and stuff like that. That just makes Teemo an extremely useless champion, unless you're fighting against a person with like depends on auto attacks. Christopher's gonna get run down here. He cannot do anything, and yeah, he goes down immediately. I don't think Kayn. Wait, is Kayn going Manamune too? So yeah, Kayn going to school of mooing cowbells here, but nowhere near as good as cowbells, unfortunately, to make this build work. He's way behind in tempo. He's gonna get rocked pretty hard, and they're gonna continue invading. And the Calicus is gonna get jumped immediately. He cannot do anything here. Forcing the flash, but that doesn't matter. Jasko is gonna be pretty much dead as well. And yep, just a good chop up. And wait, and can Animosity chase? Oh, that's a good exchange by Ivar. At least gets the shutdown. So I think that's a perfectly fine trade. Dragon Rider. You know, Gwen. That's the one good thing about, really strong thing about Gwen. Gwen can just really chop up these turrets easily, as you can see. And then they're going to drop this Rift Herald, so they're going to get 4 plates, I think, for their efforts. And that's going to be a lot of money going towards the top side. Lurky Murky is having a great game, 4-0-1. Jasko basically gave up bot lane, and now he's just going to try to roam and try to make as much plays as he can, but holy shit, Lurky Murky is already half HP. Damn, Tahm Kench is pretty strong. Solius is the only shining spot on this team right now. Gonna try his best to carry the game, but it's looking rough. If you're Zoe, you definitely don't want to be on the back foot. You want to be always constantly, you know, sniping people. Dragon Rider is gonna be okay here. Wow, that's a crazy exchange. Oh, good minds. Oh, Kayn is gonna do the best he can to, you know, attack the Varus here. Varus is gonna force the heal. Oh my god. That's so tragic. And I think Animosity, if he plays this right, can 2v1 this. Nope, he cannot. Just kidding. Just getting run down there, but still gets the trade kill on the Ivar, which is definitely unfortunate if you're Ivar. I think Ivar could have, you know, flash dodged that arrow and stayed alive. Dragon Rider, you know, God damn, what's the cooldown like ability? What is it called? Hollowed Mist? Yeah, that shit's OP. And that's a great... Bring attention to Crystal Fang picking up that kill on Animosity. Definitely needed that kill. He's still crazy behind though. And holy... Oh, wow, bit of miscommunication there. As they eat up maybe Gwen while he shoots the, you know, concussive blow or whatever that's called. Collateral damage. Bit unfortunate. They could probably kill Dragon Rider there pretty easily. And yeah, and with Jasko being top, they're gonna easily grab that dragon there, knowing that it's gonna be a 4v3 at the very least. Jasko's not giving up on this roam though. He's gonna really try to pressure Dragon Rider here. Oh, as I say that, they're gonna back and get the reset. Turret plates are down. Gold lead is approximately 4,000. Venus Girl trying to buy as much time as she can for her team. And yeah, here comes the dive. Oh my god, what the fuck is that? But it doesn't matter because... oh, there you go. That's a really great flash. Yes. Okay. So yeah, Alistar goes down for his failed flash there. So yeah, he dies. And then Teemo gets to pick up on Zoe there. So that's pretty good. Pretty good. But I were really fighting for his life down there. It's like, holy shit. I don't have a support, and then their support keeps throwing himself on me, so it's rough. Lurking Murky going Divine Sunder on Volibear. I'm not sure. Is that the build? I don't even know if that's the build, but I feel like... Holy shit. Gets sniped. Gets hit on the dome. That was actually extremely nasty. Good job by Animosity, but a bit... Honestly though, that's a bit of a selfishness by Ivar there. He definitely shouldn't have been up there like that. Especially considering that's the way he died like the past 4 times. You know, easy, fully charged Varus Qs. And yeah, they're gonna just continue running the same play. Really put pressure on top of this Crystal Fang here, not allowing Kayn to farm at all. And oh yeah, good sleep. Oh no, that's a lot of damage. Can they convert this? And yeah, Jasko gets a great knockup. Imagine's gonna go down, I imagine here. Lurky Murky is gonna go down as well if he's not careful. I think they continue chasing this. Just kidding. Dragon Rider, what the fuck? Dragon Rider thinking that he was, you know, God mode, but kinda gets rocked there. Can't be slowed, but doesn't matter as he gets on top of Teemo here, but Teemo can hold her ground. But when I say hold her ground, I mean get fucking shit on. I had no idea. I have no idea of the power levels of these characters anyway. I thought, in my mind, I swear to God, Teemo could have just orb walked him down, but I guess not. Kane OP. And yeah, this is gonna allow them to, you know, grab mid turret and, you know, make this game a lot more competitive than it should be. They need a lot of those plays where Jasko, you know, gets good knockups. Ziggs gets some good, decent knockups as well with his satchel, and then really take this fight to them. Them bears all looking like battered stars. Yeah, I don't know. The Alistar can be tanky, but the fact I don't really like this item. You know, the mobility boots. It's good if you're like, say, people like James or Tactics that really knows how to roam and really bring the pound town to them. But if you're just like fucking up your dives and you're missing your pulverizers, then you're just better off going full tank. Because the Volibear is not tanky at all. The Volibear won't damage. Gwen's tanky in regards that she can eat up a lot of spells, but aside from that, like, there's no reliable front line. Jasko's gonna try to run down this Alistar here. Ooh. Jasko's extremely tanky here. Oh, that ultimate going whiffing, but doesn't matter because they're fed. And yeah, Animosity's gonna basically shit on. Oh, great sleep. I think this might be what they need to do if they want to win this exchange. Oh, just kidding. The lifeline goes through, and yeah, Animosity just gets a triple kill. Or was that a double kill? So yeah, that was something. That was something. And Animosity kind of getting gifted these kills. How can you be holy fuck? How can you be so bad but yet rewarded for it? Jay's being so brutal. Crystal Fang's gonna try to kill this Vayne, not Vayne, Varus, but he has reinforcements there, and yeah. And basically all their hard work during that fight on the top quadrant is now given back on top of Varus. And Varus is sitting comfortably. He's goated, what are you talking about? Oh, Dragon Rider dies. Opal Ivar does get the pickup. And yeah, I mean, they gotta rely on picking up on these. You gotta the only way to come back, I think, you just gotta pick on like the weak links on that team, aka Dragon Rider and that Alistar there. Why the fuck is he blue? I don't know. Oh, good. That's a good flash engage, but the Calicus just dies immediately. No chance. No chance in hell. This 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 Varus is so fed, holy shit. 12 kills. 12 kills of the 18 on that team. He has the Wits End, has the lifeline, so he does damage and he's extremely tanky. And then yeah, this is gonna allow them to grab this dragon. And or not dragon, Baron, excuse me. But they can go for the steal. Go for the miracle steal. Ziggs getting for the TP. Oh, doesn't matter. They picked up the steal. And yeah, oh, I think that might be enough damage for Teemo to go down. Opal Ivar is gonna try to peel off the Volibear chasing him. Crystal Fang's gonna run for his life, picking up the kill on the Teemo. And I think he's out. Oh no, Lurking Murky does not give up, goes for the flash, but I still think, oh, the slow does take him down. But one more shift and he's gonna get out. And yeah, that's not bad, I think. Considering that you gave up Baron and then you get one kill. Oh, Imagine misses the pulverize. Oh, and then the chase continues. Oh, but runs into a mushroom, so there is still a chance for them to get killed. Dragon Rider's in trouble. No, he's not. He gets out perfectly fine. Gonna continue to split push. Oh, good root. And Jasko is probably dead here. And yeah, just look at Murky just, you know, casually gonna walk up and, you know, hammer fist him down. Oh, can Dragon Rider duel a Calicus here? I'm gonna say no. Calicus forcing Dragon Rider back here. Oh, Crystal Fang though. Does have his ultimate. Ooh, and Calicus picks up the kill, and I think that's fine. He has share the love. You need multiple threats on that team, as Zoe and Ziggs aren't doing it for you at the moment. You need more time. I still think blue side has a decent chance of coming back into this game. Really, all the gold is on top of the Varus. Yeah, I'm just looking at the gold. He's 11,000 in. So like, if you kill the Varus, then it's gonna be a more than even fight. Jasko though is gonna die one more time. No, he's not. However, this Alistar though is gonna be running for the hills, and he gets out. So both supports getting away with their lives. Not bad. How do you clip shit again? I don't know, James. I think you highlight. I think. Oh my god! And Jasu kind of just not respecting the the damage evidently as he just walks through the firing range of Animosity there. Animosity gets a bit poked down, but oh, Lurky Murky goes for the tower dive. But at what cost? As Oppo Ivar does take the get the kill on the Alistar with the final comment there. But Crystal Fang's not giving up. It's really gonna try to take down this Vayne here. Not Vayne, Varus, excuse me. But holy shit, he dies immediately. But Oppo Ivar is without mana. Oh, and the missiles miss. Oh, but the buckshot takes down Teemo. And yeah, the president, the target, is still alive. There's still two massive bounties though, mind you, on the Volibear and Varus. How am I have a hard time saying Varus? Jesus. But yeah, if they somehow shut down those two characters, they are back within, you know, striking distance of being even in gold, kind of, but not really. God, I feel like this game, bot lane has taken a beating. 13 deaths between the both of them. So you're gonna go for this dragon. I think this one will go without punishment. Yep, and just pick it up easily. Oh, but Jesus, that Alistar just lost 1/5 of his HP. Oh, but Dragon Rider though, gonna be fine. Just kidding. That's just because how Gwen is. And oh, but good poke from Animosity there, forcing him to flash and heal. So now they know he is without sums. Oh, but Lurky Murky's gonna go for the fight. I don't think you want this. Your main AD carry is gone, so you're gonna basically give up your life here. And yeah, that's an extremely, you know, massive last in judgment. Like, you are not the carry of this team. Even though you're 6-1 and 2, you are an extremely soft champion. And he just gets completely rocked. And then, yeah, Phoenix Girl is going to die here, too, under the turret. Crystal Fang is going to try to assassinate as much characters as he can before going down himself. Varus, though, still standing tall. Going to try to repel these invaders off of the mid turret. Soleus is going to try to find an angle to, you know, punish. Holy shit, that's a ton of damage. The Calicus is going to try to walk up and shoot him, but nope, gives up on it. And yeah, the lane priority is now within the blue side, and then they're gonna grab the mid inhibitor turret, and maybe mid inhibitor as well, and that might give them the angle to, you know, take control of the map. And yeah, wow, that's all it takes really for people to die while the Varus is not there, and then boom, the game's gone. So taking stock on the game, it's, you know, not bad. They're only down about 3,500. Kind of negligible. What they do need to do though is not give up this Dragon Soul, and they really need to delay this game. Kayn though is in this. Kayn is back in this game as a threat. You know, basically even level. So I think if he gets on top of the Varus or Teemo here, he can really do some damage. But the main priority target is definitely the Varus. They really gotta force him out of his comfort zone. But it's tough. I don't know what they can do. If they play this game correctly and they, you know, wake up, then Alistar can't be engaging anymore. Alistar needs to just sit on top of this Varus and protect him from basically all possible invaders. Oh, ulti going top. Ulti casted by the Varus. Varus is gonna... Ooh, but Jasko's gonna try to buy as much time as he can. Varus... I mean, Ziggs is in... Ziggs did TP in to do as much damage as he can. Oh! And a stray shot from Solis does take down the Gwen. So, in all, 1 for 1. You know, support for top laner. Basically the same thing if it's Dragon Rider on Gwen. But Lacalcus is in trouble. Good smoke screen though. Can he get out? Oh, he basically guesses correctly. However, Liquid Mercury does flash for the engage. And we'll see if Solis can do anything. Oh my god, and Solis cannot do anything as he just basically gets run down here. Kayn is, I don't know what the fuck Kayn is doing. Kayn is waiting for the inedible Baron, but he kind of misread the play there. I think if he was there to help out this team, he could have done so much more. But this is definitely Kayn's opportunity to steal this dragon if he decides to, but okay. Kayn forcing the... Whoa! Okay, yeah. That went as well as I thought it was going to go. For the Kayn, and Kayn dies on arrival. Ivar kind of, you know, had a blood pact with the Kayn, saying, if you're going to die like that, I will too die like that in unceremonious fashion. Yeah, I feel like if Crystal Fang was there to help with that dive, then they would have been able to turn that. It's 45 anyway, so blue team is ahead. That team ain't putting his 10k gold worth into play. I mean, the only bright side is, like, you know, it's Cloud Soul, so it's like not the worst one compared to the other three. So there's still an opportunity for them to win. And the thing is, if you wipe them out, you get a clean ace with the combination of Ziggs and, you know, Graves. You basically shove the turret all the way in, and you win the game because, you know, the super minions killed one of the Nexus turrets. So all you really need is like a really clean fight, or, you know, somewhat clean fight with a few people alive, and you're gonna win the game. So there's still opportunities for this blue side. They are not out of it by any means. However, this Varus is definitely not doing them any favors and not helping them win this game. So they really need to pick up this Varus. Find an angle. So yeah, Varus is gonna knock on this door. Ooh, that's actually incredibly crucial. Oh, but the bomb whiffs. Oh, but that doesn't matter. Liquid Mercury dies instantly. That's kind of what I meant when you're going that build. Like, why do you have Zhonya's? Why do you have Divine Sunderer? Like, you are extremely soft champion. And Kayn's gonna try to chase down the remaining forces, but nope, they're gonna shift their target towards the Teemo. Teemo's, you know, Teemo does Teemo things with every time he casts his ultimate. She's gonna get that free boost to run away, so she's a perfect candidate to split push. Oh, but Zoe does get a good pickup. Oh, good knockup by Jasko. Jasko's gonna try his best to jump on top of the Varus. Varus is basically dead as shit here, and I think this might be game for them. Like I said, all it takes is a really good team fight, and I think they can shove down mid and really I think, end the game if they're smart about it. But no, they're not smart about it. They're gonna try to kill Teemo, which has infinite speed boost. Oh wow, that sleep actually landed. That's actually insane. Wow. Huh. Well, that's one way to kill Teemo, right? Lock him down for the next 3 seconds. That's actually pretty good snipe there by Solius. American Sniper, yep. What the hell? Why is everyone building Divine Center? What the fuck does that item do? After using an ability, your next attack is enhanced with additional target miss. So it's good for tanks. Or people like building it for the armor pen and magic pen? I don't know, fuck this game. So, I'm assuming the next Baron fight is the next fight they're gonna take, and Varus is gonna be without sums for that fight, so... Oh, Dragon Rider is gonna get chased down here. But he can hold his ground easily, because Gwen is pretty gross. But, doesn't matter. He gets jebaited. Solius just gets run down immediately. Animosity is so extremely powerful. Ooh, good, you know, stray bomb there landing, but imagine is not respecting the amount of damage that Ivar did, and then he just basically just unceremoniously dies like that. Oh, and Lurky Murky is super dead here, especially being in the smoke screen. Oh, doesn't matter. Using ultimate makes you super fast. And Lacalix is gonna try to put double shotgun. Oh my god, that everyone just like bunch of light. Ooh, good flash by Jasko. Jasko's gonna try to do as much damage as he can. Oh, but they put him on the wrong side. And what the fuck is this? Oh my god, this is so tragic. Jasko, I think a bit of miscommunication there by the team. Obviously, ideally you wanted to put the Varus on top of those mines, but he put him literally outside of the mines. So, bit of a unfortunate play there by Jasko. But yeah, Ivar, you know, despite being 10 deaths in, he hurts big time. So definitely not a character to be taken lightly, especially with Varus and not Varus, Alistar and Oliver being such, you know, unga bunga champions. He's gonna force them to run through his minefield and take out like half his HP. So yeah, I think we're gonna skip the Baron and we're gonna go straight for this Elder, and then, oh boy, this is gonna be extremely intense. Oh, Alistar not giving a shit. Just immediately pops. Shurelya is gonna try to run down the Kayn. Not happening. Alright, I don't know. The thing is, I don't think the red side should start the Baron, because Ziggs and Zoe's gonna poke him out. Jasko is in no man's land right now. He's gonna get run down here. He's in trouble. However, if they do over-engage and try to chase him down, then they might get flanked themselves. Okay, so we're gonna start the dragon. Oh, and that's a 4-man ultimate basically, and then that's gonna bring down them to critical damage. Oh my god! He just got hit with a sleep. Oh, Lurky Murky really had to block that for his teammates there. Good knock-up on Dragon Rider. Dragon Rider is gonna die immediately. Alistar is gonna die. Oh my god, and Jasko's gonna follow up by getting knocked into the team. Mechalicus is now back in the game. But Animosity does pick up the kill on Ivar. Ivar does die. Crystal, oh, but Mechalicus does finish off the Elder Dragon, so Crystal Fang, all he needs to do is, you know, do relatively decent amount of damage, and There, he's dead. Oh! Solius is so lucky that he has Inferno there. Or our Elder. A cursed Discord name just popped on stream. Wait, who are you talking about, John? Yeah, I think this game is even now. You know, the 6,000, 67,000 to 70,000 is negligible, and with Elder Dragon up, they're gonna. I mean, only 2 people have it, but Mechalicus or actually 3 people have it. Excuse me. Mechalicus having it is actually pretty gross. He can basically finish off anyone with his collateral damage. Jaso's gonna really try to force the issue here with the Elder before they want to start the Baron. No, I'm not sure if I should say it, lol. I mean, that's totally up to you. Oh, and the ultimate lands, and yeah, like I said, Mechalicus can just basically finish off anyone from that range. And yeah, oh my god, and Animosity's super dead, and basically right, just like that, the game is over. I think they can I think they can just end the game. I don't know why they need to do Baron here. Like, you have to remember there's the inhibitor is open and the Nexus there's only 1 turret left, and you have a Ziggs. So like now they're gonna reset and push. Like, they're just wasting a lot of time here. Basically now. Huh. And yeah, I think they're just gonna go for the push. You know, good job. I'm gonna say good job by Ivar for having a strong mental. You know, the longest range character that's not Zoe with the most deaths, but still managed to pump out as much damage as he did. Bit unfortunate by Varus, but sometimes that just happens, man. Sometimes you're just the only damage dealer, and then holy shit, holy shit, holy shit! He just got hit with every single ability there, and yeah, game's over. But yeah, you can't. Just a reminder, like if you're gonna go with these selfish builds, you're gonna get rocked by tier 1s and 2s. Like you gotta play. You gotta play, what's that word? Efficient. And like the best item in slot. And the best build order in slot. Else you're gonna get. If you don't know what you're doing, you're gonna get pretty much humbled. But yeah, good job. See the damage real quick. Maybe if it landed 20% of his ulti, would have deserved the win. I mean, I think for his tier, he did as much as he could. I think Alistar kind of made the game extremely hard. Lurky Murky, like I said, you can't go that build without. You go full damage, but you only do that much. It's kind of rough, but he did good though in the very beginning. But I think they had a hard time closing the game out, or they gave them the opportunity to come back. Bit unfortunate there. All right, guys. I think that's gonna conclude today's BR. Sorry, I'm a bit under the weather, so casting wasn't as great. But thankfully, I had Moose and Dom. Moose yesterday, Dom today to shore up the defense in casting. So hope you guys all enjoyed it. Aside from that, there's still more BR games to go next week, and we're gonna see who gets cut. And then yeah, and then next week is gonna be the draft. So exciting times for SEC. Alright, guys. You guys have a great day, great weekend, rest of your weekend, and then I'll see you guys eventually.